This thing looks a lot better than the other two.
It's only on 32%. 32% light.
That's it. Wait, really? Let me just.
Don't. Oh my
Holy
God.
crap!
From Mr. Broke Productions, in an association with Maximillionaire and Vice City Kingpin, present to you Life on Easy Mode. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Happy New Year's, everyone. Welcome
Fuck 2020.
to
Fuck
the
it.
first.
Fuck 2020 so hard until it begs to be stopped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
Go for it.
Fuck it. All right. The 2021.
Yes, welcome to the first official episode of Life on Easy Mode in 2021. Unfortunately, though, Miguel is not here once again because he has another result of COVID in his family. So he doesn't have it himself, but he has to quarantine for 2 weeks. So we're wishing him the best. We're wishing him for him safety, happiness, health.
He's playing COD right now. He's good.
Oh, he's definitely playing COD right now on January 1st, 2021. But he shall be back whenever he is out of quarantine, and we will make sure we let you all know he is back. But welcome to the first official episode, day of a new year. We are so
Those were words.
unbelievably thankful that 2021 is over, bro. Like,
thank God.
you were saying this earlier when we were in the car on our way to breakfast. You said that normally when it's the first day of a new year, it doesn't feel like a new year. This feels like a new year.
It feels like it already.
You can feel it hands down,
You can feel it in the air.
Like, it's ridiculous. I'm just unbelievably happy.
I know. I'm so happy it's over. And like, you know, like it's weird because like people say like, oh, just because it's a new year, it doesn't mean like anything's really gonna change or like, but like, no, because a lot of things have happened in 2020 to the world, but to people personally. Like it's just been a shit year all around. So, and you know, with the vaccine coming out, with you know, 2021 is looking a little bit brighter.
It is
a little bit brighter than 2020. So
I personally, I don't want to jinx anything, but I do think we will have a good, decent summer.
Knock on wood.
In 2021.
Knock on wood. Dude, you didn't knock on wood.
Oh,
son of a bitch. So, what do we want to talk about? There's not really a lot of like news stuff. I mean, we can just talk about like what we can expect from 2021, like what the year will look for us. How do we want it to be better than last? Like what our resolutions, if we have any. We can talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
actually, before we get into that, can I do the update with the bomber?
Sure, yes.
Yeah, because I feel like if we just because that's like probably the only bit of news we have today, because it's been a slow week again besides New Year's, so I do just want to update everyone. So they did identify the bomber from the Nashville bombing on Christmas Day. I put this in the link. No, excuse me. I put this in the description of our last episode that he was identified as 63-year-old Anthony Quinn Warner. He was a resident in Nashville since 95, and he was a loner. He was a very nice person, but he was people said he was a bit nerdy, and he was really good with computers. As of right now, his motive for doing this is still officially unknown. But
didn't they say, like we said in my video, it's a suicide bomber? Isn't that what they
Yes,
said?
he was a suicide bomber. So last episode we talked about there was human remains found at the scene. They didn't know who they were. It was his human remains that were found at the scene. So he was in the RV when it exploded. And so, again, his motives are still officially unknown. But a neighbor did say right before this bombing happened, they went up to him and said as a joke, "Hey, what's Santa Claus bringing you for Christmas?" And Anthony Quinn, he goes, "I'm going to be so famous that Nashville will never forget me." And since his neighbors figured that he was a nice guy, they thought something good was going to happen. And, you know, shortly after that happened.
Guess what? We've already forgotten you.
Literally.
Fuck you for doing that. Well,
Literally.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, it seemed like he didn't want to hurt anyone because he did tell everyone to evacuate, but what was the point of that? But then I was watching some videos. They do believe he believed in the whole 5G theory that like the big elites who were like on top were trying to like plague everyone with 5G, and it was going to cause people to have like illnesses. Okay. It was going to like control them mentally, and he was a big believer in that conspiracy theory. And then he also believed, I think, in aliens as well, that aliens
I believe in aliens.
were doing something. Well, I mean, I forget exactly what it was, but he had like this belief that aliens were going to come and invade us, and like they were going to make all this bad shit happen to us to absorb negative energy and bring it back to their planet. Yeah, I know it sounds weird. I'm trying not to say that without a straight
I hate
face.
to break it to people, but aliens have already come. They're already among us, guys. Come on. Use your brains.
Among Us meme? Dude, literally, if that theory was true, that they were just vibing off of negative energy, they got more than enough just off 2020, bro. They could fuel their fucking their planet for years now. It's probably overloaded, if anything. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of update everyone about that. So we can kind of put that to rest. Everyone who was injured was not fatally injured, and they're fine. So we can safely say that, this wasn't the worst case that it could have been.
All right, so I do have something that I would like to talk about, though. And it has been recent in news. I will be making a video about it soon.
Probably by the time this is up, I think.
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah. And so, apologies in the YouTube community are always interesting and always entertaining. So many of them entertaining. I mean, the bigger ones, Jake Paul. Well, Jake Paul, yes. Logan Paul with the suicide forest, And then there have been recent ones, you make an apology. And this kind of person made an apology and kept apologizing and wanted to, he wanted everyone to agree with him, be like, oh, we forgive you and stuff. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm talking about a YouTube personnel, Craig Thompson, aka Mini Lad. Now, I'm not going to shit on him, but I'm going to shit on him. He was part of the Vanos crew, and I used to watch all of his videos. I used to watch the entire gang. I still watch Vanos and the crew, but obviously Mini Lad isn't part of it. And I'll just do a very brief breakdown. Basically, he's not part of the group anymore because something happened between him and Terrorizer, and just things broke out. He lied about stuff. He talked behind the group's back. He wanted to go quote unquote solo. Not really. He was kicked out of. He told a live stream, Mini Lad. He told a live stream that he was kicked out of their Discord, but everyone else said that he actually left willingly. And now recently, in June 23rd, 2020, 2 allegations of him talking to underage girls have surface. Now, he said that he did this in 2017 around there. So he was about 2016 or 2017. So the girls were 16 and 16, I think, and he was 21. And he just said his first apology video was clearing the air. And basically, I recently rewatched it for the video. Bro, this is basically what he said. I'm going to talk about it, guys. I'm going to talk about what happened, blah, blah, blah. He didn't talk about anything. He literally just said, I'm going to put those rumors to rest, blah, blah, blah. He did not mention anything. He literally just made a 5-minute video, nothing. Basically, that video made nothing. And then his like and dislike ratio were still fucking shit. And he was losing subscribers, so he's like, fuck it, I need to make another apology video. So 3 months later, he made my apology. It's a 7-minute video, and basically he did a little bit more of an explaining, but he didn't say everything, though. He didn't say that he sent, his penis to the fucking girls, and he didn't say exactly what he said, but he did say that he was flirting, and this is what he said. He goes, I know I flirted with them, and it was so wrong. I want you guys, this is not sympathy, guys. But that's basically
when a lot of YouTuber apologies, when they say I'm not asking for sympathy, they're doing this for sympathy. Yes. They're doing this to move on. They know that they want to move on from this.
And he moved to Ireland. Well, not moved to Ireland, but he went back to Ireland in his first video, clearing the air, because he said he wanted to visit his family and because of mental reasons. And then in his new video, he said that this is exactly what he said. I shit you not. This is exactly what he said. I didn't move to Ireland to flee charges or anything. And then I stop right there, and I'm in the middle of recording my video, and I go, if you say that in a video, I didn't flee charges. You obviously did, because why would the fuck would you say that in the video?
Literally.
So he's trying to make everyone forgive him. And the first couple of views, I was the first dislike, obviously, but the first few 100,000 views, he was fucking trending on YouTube, and
he got up to number 4, I believe.
Oh, that was 14. I don't know.
Or 14.
I don't know which one.
It was up there.
He was trending, and the dislike ratio, the like ratio was actually higher at first, and people were like, "Oh, I forgive you." And then, the day later, people were like, "Why the fuck are people forgiving you?" I'm sorry. If you do that kind of stuff and hide it from your fans, and this is what he said in the video too. He said that during these past 6 months, it's been tough on me. I've realized what kind of bad thing I've done these past 6 months, and then in the back of my head, and I go, oh, so during that time you didn't think it was bad though. But he went to go and blame his mental illness and stuff like that, and said that the reasons that he did that because he wanted to kill himself.
I was in a dark place.
He wanted to kill himself. Now, obviously, suicide is we've talked about this, I think, a little bit touched upon it, not really, but killing yourself, suicidal thoughts, mental depression is very serious. So I can't say that it's what he's saying is fake or real. If he did want to kill himself, I cannot say that for real.
Right, but so many YouTubers like the typical basic YouTuber apology always has that same excuse. I was in a dark place. Like Deji's done it, Minilad's done it. I'm pretty sure what's her name? Tana Mojo, whatever. Jake Paul's ex-wife, basically. Yeah, she was like, I'm in a very dark headspace. I forgot
they were married.
Yeah, literally. Gabby Hanna. They've all used this fucking excuse like I was in a dark place, and it's so overused, it's lost its meaning.
Yeah.
It's lost its complete meaning. Now, again, like you said, suicide is very serious, but he's almost like trying to, when they bring up mental health and they were in a dark place, they're trying to make basically make up an excuse.
Yeah.
If you want to make a good apology video, even if you do have mental problems, if you want people to truly forgive you,
do what Logan Paul did. He actually came clean.
He did. And, well, when you make an apology, don't blame it on any mental illness. Don't try to say, listen, this is the reason why I was in a bad mental place. No, just say, listen, what I did was wrong. I'm taking full responsibility. I'm sorry. An apology video shouldn't be like 10 minutes long. It should be like 5 minutes long at most, in my opinion.
Not even. He's very optimistic about his 2021, and I guess that's a very interesting thought process. But I mean, I don't wish any non-will upon anyone. And so I honestly hope that if he is having mental problems, and if he did say he was going to therapy, and like if he does, I hope that he does fix that out. But I do not think that this is going to help him at all.
I'm sorry, but like, I believe when this is just my opinion. I could be severely wrong because I'm no doctor, but I say there's no helping people who are attracted to minors, who groom, who are potentially pedophiles. All those people like that, I'm sorry, there's no fixing them, and I have absolutely no sympathy for them whatsoever. Yep. So it is a very interesting way of thinking to think that he's just going to get away with this. And do you know what that means when you go trending? That means you're monetized and YouTube's algorithm has picked you up and they put you on the trending
Harry
page.
Styles just released his new fucking music video for Treat People With Kindness. 2.4 million views in 9 hours. That's not even trending.
It's ridiculous.
What?
But Minilad, I still think at the time of us recording, his apology still hasn't even gotten 1 million views.
It's past 1 million views. It's
well,
like
when it hit trending, it was only at like 500K.
Yeah,
something like that. Still, that is ridiculous. And at first,
the like ratio right now.
Go ahead, because at first his like to dislike ratio was actually pretty positive. He had at one point like 35,000 likes, and then I think only like 10K dislikes. Granted, that's still a decent amount. But after people like Nicholas Diorio, Augie, all these commentary channels,
it's number 49 on trending still.
It's still trending?
Number 49 3 days ago of this day, and 49,000 likes, 80,000 dislikes.
Literally, like he was already getting dislikes, but once the commentary community started talking about how abysmal this guy's apology was, he just started getting ratioed.
The comments. Jesus Christ, YouTubers be apologizing more than Canadians these days.
Literally, bro.
Yo, a comment, Your Honor, my client pleads oopsie daisies. But he admits to being a pedophile. So like,
literally.
I don't understand why he's like. Maybe he's for his 8-year-old little fans. He wants to be like, okay, guys, don't worry.
That's the thing.
I wanted to have sexual relations with these 17-year-old girls. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. It was in the past. Don't worry.
And that's the thing. He's gonna, for the most part. I mean, not really much anymore, but a lot of his fans, who just so happen to be minors, are going to forgive him for this.
One more comment. Bob the Builder comments, I can't fix you. Bro, if Bob the Builder says I can't fix you, there's no helping you.
Dude, I'm sorry. If 21st century humor isn't funny, there's no such thing as funny. I don't care.
God. But that's what's happening with Minilad. I mean, it's with scandals nowadays, especially with the Me Too movements and just the generations that we live in now. Obviously, it's scary for a lot of guys, and a lot of people who are I guess you could say famous or celebrities that haven't done any of those things. Like I remember this dude, his name is Chris Hardwick. He is the talk show host of Talking Dead, and basically that's like the after show for The Walking Dead. He basically like has like the guests, the stars of the show as the guests. And basically he apparently exes came out saying like how he did all this stuff, and his wife was like, that never happened. And a lot of his ex-girlfriends too was like, that never happened. What is this? And obviously, then he was fired from the AMC show because, again, media. Big companies will only look at media. They will never dig into it. They will never, ever dig into it. They just, if it's posted on there, if it's posted on social media, if it's out there that somebody did something without even looking at facts, they're going to automatically... fire them, and that's what happened to him. Obviously, he got his job back because they were fucking idiots. Didn't even look into it.
Those big companies are the type of people to look at the title of an article, take it for that, and just not actually read the article.
Yeah, but like we've talked about, Johnny Depp should just be a guest on the show.
Literally, no, Johnny Depp, you are more than welcome to come on this podcast anytime.
He posted on his Instagram like, hope everyone has a fantastic 2021.
You too,
bro. Everyone in the comments was positive as fuck. My dude, he's going back to trial soon. You know what? Good for him. But
good.
But people like Mini Lad, no, he definitely did it because he actually confirmed that he did it.
He admitted to it. Wait, was he the one that back? I forget. No, this might be Lion Maker I'm talking about, but there was a YouTuber who got exposed for sexting a minor, and he actually exposed those nudes of that minor on his Twitter. I think that was Lion Maker.
I don't know who that is.
I believe that was Lion Maker because I know someone did that. I get those two confused sometimes, so that may have been Lion Maker. But there are many things that YouTubers can apologize for and people can move on from. Sexting a minor, grooming, anything relating to that kind of stuff is not something that people will forgive. Like, some YouTubers have made big mistakes. Logan Paul, for example, with the Suicide Forest, that took a long time. Like, at one point, the whole world hated his guts.
God, it was on news, national news.
National news. That people say that didn't, but I personally believe that really helped cause the second adpocalypse of YouTube. That was monumental to the site.
Yes.
But look at him now. He has a podcast. He just recently had Mike Tyson on his podcast.
Wait, did he really? Oh, shit,
yeah, he did. Because Logan Paul's fighting Floyd Mayweather soon, so he figured, let's have a boxer on.
Okay.
And Mike Tyson, Logan went on his podcast, Mike Tyson's podcast, so we should get them on here sometime.
Oh, yeah,
Logan, Mike, come on sometime.
Yeah, come on, guys, come on.
But,
we're probably like number one in Rhode Island right now. Come on.
So, yeah, literally. So my point is saying is that, YouTubers have been able to bounce back. Logan Paul, he had a journey fighting KSI, becoming a better person, and he's doing a lot better now, and people forgave him because what he did was messed up. But at the end of the day, it was forgivable.
I do forgive him.
Yeah, I forgive him. I like him.
Yes.
I like him a lot better. And PewDiePie back in
2016, 2017, early 2017, he said the N-word.
He said the N-word on live stream, hard R. And you still have people to this day who claim he's a racist, white supremacist.
Oh my God,
but
Nazi,
for the most part,
bro. Oh my God.
the most part, he has been forgiven. He's moved on. He's doing a lot better now.
But then there's like people like who said like I've been a big fan of PewDiePie for forever, and I was especially during him especially with the T series and stuff like that, and how he's growing to like 100 million subscribers, bro. People still think that he's a Nazi, like as a white supremacist. It's terrible, and like the people that say that he is are these like terrible news sources, like the fucking Washington Post. Like
people still partially blame him for the Christchurch shooting because the guy before shooting up the place
that's
said
kind
subscribe
of
to
stupid.
PewDiePie.
That's kind of stupid.
That's not stupid. That's messed up to accuse him of that. He literally stopped the whole subscribe to PewDiePie meme because of that.
So basically, the church shooting, this dude went in. I don't know how many people were killed. I don't know the entire story, but he said apparently from sources he said subscribe to PewDiePie before shooting up and killing all those people.
He recorded the whole thing.
Oh, he recorded. Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought these were just sources.
I haven't seen obviously the whole shooting video, but there are clips online where it shows him. He had a webcam on his helmet, I think a GoPro, and before he gets out of his car and goes and shoots up the place, he goes, "Remember, lads, subscribe to PewDiePie." And
oh shit! I didn't
people gave PewDiePie a severe backlash because of that.
He was a good man. He stopped the subscribe to PewDiePie movement.
Right.
And because he even said in this video, I remember him. He was like, I can even hear it in his voice. He was like, "I'm just disgusted by like people that would think that I'm responsible," or like that was even uttered. So that's why he stopped the subscribe to PewDiePie movement. So good on him.
My point is that YouTubers have messed up big time.
Yes.
In their careers, but most of them have been forgiven. But Minilab, he will not be forgiven.
Yeah.
He should not be forgiven because it's one thing when you say something racist or you discriminate or disrespect a culture. It's another thing when it involves children in a sexual manner. That is something that should not be forgiven.
Especially when there's a very, very big age. Well, I mean, it's not a very big age, but he was like, they were 16, he was 21, 22 or something like that. So he, it's still a very creepy ass age gap. So that's very scary.
If he was 21 and he was just talking to a girl who was 17, flirting, but there was no sexual pictures being sent, he could, granted, of course, if the internet found out, he would still be called a creep and a weirdo, yada yada, but it wouldn't be anything that would be, in my opinion, cancelable because you'd have to take into consideration the age of consent laws in both of their state. Let's say I don't know where Minilad lives, but let's say he lives in
I think he lives in America right now, but
what state?
He moves back and forth. I don't know where he lived, from England, from Ireland.
So let's
I don't know
say,
where.
let's say, for example, Minilad lives in Rhode Island. The age of consent law in Rhode Island is 16. He's 21 at the time. And let's say he's talking to a girl in Kentucky where the age of consent laws is also 16. And if she was 17 at the time and he was 21 and they were just talking, there was no sexual things, but they did have something going on, since she's over the age of consent in that state and in Rhode Island, there wouldn't be any legal case. But here's the thing, they wouldn't be able to send explicit pictures because federally still, when it comes to sending nude images, federally the age of consent is still 18.
Mm-hmm.
So if he were to receive nude images from her when she was 17, that would be considered child pornography because she's still under the age of 18. Yes. So, but
I don't know what other
received
states or like
and
countries
sent
do,
solicited pics to a minor. And that should not be forgiven.
I don't know what other countries their age limit is. For fuck's sake, I mean, like the age limit for drinking in Canada and other European states is 18. So who the fuck? I don't know what the fuck.
That's because they're cool. Well, I mean, I don't even drink, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
They're drinking like.
I could go to Canada right now and be like, all right, order. Give me a pint.
Dude, literally, I feel like elementary school kids when it's the last day of school in France, they had to just pop a bottle of wine and just share it together.
Yo, they'd be like in class. I'd be like, yo, I didn't do the homework last night. Why is that? So hungover. What other topics are we talking about?
So I mean, you kind of brought that up. I think that was a pretty good discussion, actually. Again, there really isn't much going on in the news, so we kind of just wanted to talk about our New Year's resolutions. Maybe we could do like a recap of 2020. I mean, we could.
So you want us to just to go through the nightmare that we all lived. You want us to go step by step. Okay, January 1st, 2020.
So ready?
We thought it was all going to be our year. January 2nd, 2020. Something happened. I'm sure something happened.
I think it was January 3rd when we thought World War III was going to break out.
Somewhere in January.
So the first 2 days of 2020 were pretty good. You know, just normal. Everyone's trying to do their New Year's resolutions. It's a good start to the year. As soon as it hits, I believe January 3rd, we bombed that guy in the Middle East. I forget what his name was.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
And we think World War III is going to break out. That was a huge thing for like almost a month. Then, as soon as that started dying down, we hear in the news this new virus starting in Wuhan, China, called coronavirus, COVID-19.
The memes at first were like, oh, what the fuck is this shit?
No, literally, dude, I remember that. I remember seeing videos in like February where it was like a guy in a barbershop and he keeps coughing and the guy's like, yo, chill. He goes, sorry, I just came back from China. Everyone scatters, dude.
Yeah, bro.
That was funny. That was funny until we started hearing, okay, it's in Europe. People in Italy are going into lockdown.
Now.
Okay.
It's in Rhode Island.
It's in Rhode Island. Okay. The rest of the school year is going to be online. We're going into quarantine.
Notice how we still kept making memes, and we still do to this day.
Dude, literally, remember we said this? Harambe was a cultural reset because now anytime something happens, we just meme about it. Yep. And it's entirely right, dude. If this was like 20 years ago, I mean, there'd still be being jokes made about it, but it wouldn't be like as much.
I don't think so. I don't think there'd be as much if there was 20
people
years
have
ago.
always had a dark sense of humor.
Even
It's just
like
the internet
10
exposes
ago,
people to that more.
10 years ago, I don't think this would be.
No, 5 years ago, definitely, because that's when like the whole dank meme.
Well, like before that, though, I'm talking about like the age of the internet, the start of the internet, like in the early 2000s, bro. If this were to happen, I don't think there would be as many jokes. Sure, there'd be jokes of dark humor. Right. People like, I like dark humor, I have all senses of the fucking humor spectrum.
Right.
But it's not a lot of people would find that very, cultural appropriate at that time.
And so COVID hits, we go into quarantine. Yeah. Then around May or June, things start getting a little bit better.
I forgot Kobe died.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll get into the celebs passing. First, let's do like a timeline recap.
Dude,
so ready?
The title of this should just be In Memoriam.
In Memoriam. Memento Mori.
Memento that they died. So yeah,
literally.
Be in the Memoriam.
So then the riots break out, and that lasted throughout like basically the whole summer.
And
then all these celebrities throughout the year died. You had Kobe, King Von, Chadwick Boseman.
Oh God, yeah.
MF Doom just recently died.
Sean Connery.
Carl Reiner.
There's so many others. I'm just thinking. A lot of them were old.
Dawn Wells, she played on Gilligan's Island. She just recently died because of COVID.
It's the when people are dying like old age, like Sean Connery or like the other people you just mentioned. Like it's surprising, but it's not like Kobe or Chadwick Boseman heartbreaking. Yeah. Like that struck especially with Chadwick Boseman, like I never
That was
watched I never
really
watched
sad.
basketball. I was never a big fan of basketball, but even when Kobe died, especially with his daughter in the helicopter,
That was
I was
really
like, Jesus Christ,
bro.
like that's tragic. And then when Chadwick Boseman died, I was like, bro. And then
Cha-
like even when Stan Lee died, he was old, but like we all were like sad.
Was that 2020?
No. I'm just saying.
I was about to say, that was a long time
That was
ago.
2018.
Okay, I was about to
2018.
say, holy shit.
No. But
Chadwick Boseman really hit me because he died of, I forget what
Colon
cancer. Was it
cancer.
colon cancer? Yeah, that's the thing. My mom almost died of colon cancer. She literally had to get surgery because of it. So God bless Mama Windmill for surviving that. That kind of hit me personally when I found out he died of that. That was really sad because my family, not as bad compared to other families, does have a history of cancer. And that's why at 29 I am going for my colonoscopy because I want to make sure I don't have anything wrong
come?
with me. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you
Okay,
can be
good.
the doctor.
I'm gonna put it on YouTube. It's just gonna be Nicky's colonoscopy.mp4.
Oh my God. So yeah, this year sucked. But 2021, pray to God, should be better.
Yes.
What
What
are
are
you-
your resolutions? You really say the same thing. What are your
Okay.
resolutions?
I mean, you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go. What's
Okay,
your
so
resolutions?
I don't have that many. I have two main ones. I have one, I want to go at least 3 months without eating fast food, drinking any soda. I really don't drink much soda as it is, but just not drink any soda and eat a lot healthier. I'm still going to go out to restaurants with you guys, but even that I want to limit because, you know, I just want to overall be a healthy person. I know I'm still young. I'm 20 years old, but I just don't want to get in the habit of every week or every other week going to Taco Bell, Burger King, and getting something to eat. I just want to be a healthier person overall because even though it tastes good, you just feel like less of a person when you finish like a freaking grande meal from Taco
And you
Bell.
just look at
But
your
when you eat
hands.
healthy, you do feel a lot better about
You
yourself.
just look at your hands and they're all greasy and you're like,
Yeah, and
what
you're
the
like,
fuck?
bruh, and you're
Like
full
I
and you're
barely
like,
eat fast
bruh.
food. I barely have soda.
And then so another one, this is a big one, but I'm going for it. I want to hit 100K on YouTube. I think it's possible.
You are so it is possible, but very
Listen,
optimistic.
listen.
If this was 2016, I'd say yeah, you could do it.
Listen, a YouTuber named John Swan, he had, I forget how many subscribers, but he gained over 100,000 subscribers just this year. So if someone else can do it, so can I.
Okay.
So can I, excuse
I.
me. Right now I'm at 207 subscribers. But all it takes, listen, all it takes is for one video to just
But not
blow
just
up, and then I run with it from there.
Yeah, you have
Once-
to go with it.
I have to go with it. Once I realize that if I make a certain video like this, it blows up, I got to make more like that. Trust me, I understand. My Mohammed video is my best video on my channel. That's why I was like, okay, I got to make another video like that. And then that's why I make the Clemmy video. And that Clemmy video, although not doing as good as my Mohammed video, still is doing a lot more views compared to my other videos. And again, I'm blessed. I'm thankful for whatever views I get. Anyone who likes, subscribes, I'm thankful for you. I don't care, you know, how many subscribers. Well, I mean, I do care, but like,
Yeah.
you know, I am thankful for whatever I got. I'm humbled, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have, you know, I'm not like a multi-millionaire. I'm humbled, but I am very thankful for every viewer and subscriber I do get because it does mean a lot to me.
Well,
So I do want to hit by the end of 2020. I do want to hit 100K, and I'm gonna go for it. I don't care.
All right.
My original goal was to hit 1K by the end of this year, but I realized that wasn't gonna happen. So I was like, okay, let me get to 200 by the
I
end
feel
of
like
the
you
year,
should
and I
make
did get
smaller
that.
goals for yourself. Like get your first goal should be your main goal should be 100,000, but make your first goal like 1K.
Well, the first step, 1K.
Yeah,
Yeah,
step.
but I'm reaching for 100K by the end of the year. And if I don't get it, I'm not going to make a big deal of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll make it that I want to hit 100K. And if I don't get it, not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's okay. And my other one, actually, those are kind of the main two. I have other few, like, you know, eat healthier. I want to go back to the gym, get bigger. Typical shit that I won't do, like, a week later. So,
Yeah.
you know. What about you?
So mine are like very cliche. Like I mean, I've been gaining a little bit of weight. Like it's very small hits and bits in here and there, but I'm trying to gain a little bit of weight. I do want to have a summer bod by summer.
Really? I mean, you kind of already got a summer bod. If you were to
thank
take
you.
those clothes off right now, the woman would fall in love. Might have to hold back some people.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold back my family. Yep, the people that listen to this. Yep, that's one of them. And it's kind of been a thing where like it's towards the end of 2020 that I've been working on is like just like figuring out like the typical thing like try to find yourself or make yourself happy and stuff like that. I've been doing that so much better like because I just haven't. The main thing that I just done is that I just don't care about what people think about me.
Good.
Obviously, I care what people think about me, but it's like it's to a point where like. Okay, I don't fuck. Like you say, okay, cool. Like
Let
you
the-
say something.
Let
okay,
the
fuck
people
you.
who matter care what you
Yeah,
think
like
about them.
you say
What they think about you.
Like fucking people will say like, oh, that's really you like that? Oh, that's stupid. Like yeah, so shut the fuck up.
Like,
Like,
literally.
it's not your thing. So like that's the more of the mentality rate that I've had recently.
Good.
And I want to grow in that. I want to make myself a priority, but also making everyone else around me somewhat of a priority. Because I'm one of those people that, you know, tries to make everyone else happy before me, but I kind of want to step back from that. Because as much as that is a good thing, I want to more focus on me. So that's one thing I want to work on in 2021. The YouTube channel, I want to try to grow that a little bit more. If I just want to, like, not big, but like just steps for me, steps that do things that make me happy on that. Like I want to like start writing more scripts. We want to do short films. I do want to start doing that.
We are starting to get better equipment. Like, for example, if you guys are watching the video format of this, you may notice we have better lighting. He just got a ring light for Christmas, and this thing looks a lot better than the other two.
It's only on 32%. 32% light.
That's it. Wait, really? Let me just.
Don't. Oh my
Holy
gosh.
crap!
Bro, if everyone was just listening to the podcast on Apple or Spotify, they just closed their eyes. They could have just thought of something weird, like just heard,
way different than what just happened.
Oh, okay. But no, that's what I want to work on. You know, very simple stuff.
So you want to focus more so on yourself rather than your occupation or anything?
Well, I do want to focus on my occupation. Well, that is what it is. Focusing on me, focusing on what I want to do more. So that's a thing that I would like to focus on more. And obviously, I've been doing a lot better than in that area. So that's just a little bit, you know, it's nothing too big. So
sometimes I always wonder the reason why people don't necessarily stick to their New Year's resolution goals. And I also try to think why like people think New Year's resolutions is stupid. I mean, again, I get where it's coming from because their philosophy is why wait for the new year when you can just start now. And I get that. But some people, this may just sound like an excuse, but it could just be they feel it's not the right time. Mm-hmm. They just feel that maybe 2021, the first day of a new year, it's like a new start. And they'll feel more comfortable doing that.
I think that's
but unfortunately, a lot of people, they never stick through with it. Mm-hmm. Like, you know that meme where it's like January 1st, the gym's packed. Yep. January 2nd, the gym's closed.
Yeah.
Like, here's what I've, as of recently, have learned. Most people, when it comes to doing something, when it comes to whatever it is you want to do, most people don't wake up purely motivated. They don't wake up motivated. They don't wake up wanting to do it. But if you can get yourself to a point where you just do it, you'll be good from there.
I just been living
like for example, like when I come home from work at like 12:30 at night because I work a full-time job, I'm not motivated to get editing done. I'm not motivated to get, you know, stuff done because I'm tired. But
that's different though.
But I get myself to the point where I just sit in front of my computer, I load up Sony Vegas, and I just edit. And once I get to that point, I'm good from there, and I actually have fun editing. Mm-hmm. So it's a level of discipline that you need to give yourself when you say, I don't want to do it, but I just got it. Even if you feel like you're not going to like it, I promise you that's the worst part of the whole experience. It's always like right before you do it is the worst part, but once you do it, you realize it's not as bad, and sometimes you may even have fun doing it. It's almost like a roller coaster. I use that analogy a lot sometimes when it comes to things. Like, the worst part of the roller coaster is always right before the drop. When you're up at the top, right before, not when you're up on the top like this, if you're watching the video format, at the tippity top, but it's always right before you get to the top and you're still climbing. But once you get to the top and you realize there's nothing you can do, you can only go forward and you can only go through with it now. Mm-hmm. Once you get to that part, you're like, oh crap, it's not that bad. And once you get that first drop over with, you have fun the rest of the ride. It's the same way of thinking. You just need to give yourself a level of discipline to just get what you got to do done. So sometimes people don't always have motivation. I feel like if you can't give yourself motivation, give yourself discipline, because to get stuff done, there is a level of that you need to do it.
Okay.
Because when it comes to YouTube, for example, with me, I treat it as of right now a hobby, but at the same time, I treat it like a second job. Because, you know, I discipline myself not to just come home, play video games, and get nothing done. I discipline myself to sit in front of my computer and edit. And I treat it as a hobby because, you know I'm not making money off of it at the time right now. But at the same time, I do take it at a certain level. I do take it seriously because I do care about my work. I do enjoy doing what I do. And, yeah, so that's just my little rant I just wanted to say. I feel like if that could maybe motivate people to discipline themselves to get something done, I hope it helps by any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, because like I've been, especially like recently, like I just been living life as if, you know, it's my last. It's my last. But like living every day, like not necessarily like it's my last, but like, you know, living every day like it's a new day, it's a new excitement, like just going forward, not trying to live every day in like sadness or like, you know, like I try to live every single day as happy as I can be, and that's what I've been trying to do recently.
Right.
And so that's been happening. This been helping my mentality rate a lot better in going into 2021, and especially with during 2020, like I would sit and just do nothing, but like now I sit, like I still sit and do nothing sometimes, but like I make that, I'll sit down, I'll edit, and then I'll watch movies. I'll watch new movies that I've never seen before. I haven't been playing video games recently, but I feel like I would want to get back into that because I really like playing video games, so I think that'll help me, you know, just at least do something, because if I just sit there and I do nothing all day, I'm just gonna feel like lazy and blah.
Right.
But I want to do at least something every day, so that's you know.
I feel like it's good to live day by day.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Mentally, I believe it's healthier and it's not as stressful. If you can just make it through the day and you lie down in your bed and you say, "Listen, I got something done today," I see that as a win. Now, granted, of course, you can have a bigger goal in mind in the back of your head. Like, for example, 100K on YouTube, or like you said, growing the channel, bettering yourself. You can have a bigger goal in mind. But just when you make that goal, put it in the back of your mind and then just live day by day. Because when you do that, I feel personally, it makes your life less stressful. If you can just say, okay, forget the assignment I got due next week. What do I got to get done today? Okay, I got this to do. I got this homework assignment to do. I got to go to work.
What homework?
I got to clean the work. I'm just saying for, you know, we don't go to school. No. But I'm just talking about the people who are still in school who do watch us by any chance. You know, whatever you have due or have to get done that day, just do it.
Because you'll feel better about yourself when you're done with that.
Exactly. Don't worry about what you have due in a week. Worry about that when the time comes. Just worry about what you got to get done today. Mm-hmm. So, and in my opinion, I feel like your life will be a little less stressful and maybe a little even happier, and I hope it is.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Right.
Just like living every day, like I said, just at least doing something. At
Mm-hmm.
least doing something.
Exactly. I feel so many people will have a lot. Okay, let me try to word this correctly so I don't sound weird, but I feel like so many people now will try to better themselves this year because they realized how shitty it felt to not have the ability to do what you want and to just be forced to stay inside because of quarantine. I feel like now not as many people are going to take things for granted like they used to. Like, for example, before COVID hit, there would be Friday, Saturday nights where we would just hang out at Miguel's house and we'd be like, "What do you want to do?" I don't know. Well, let's do something. Okay.
Just hang out. No matter what, we would just hang out. Like,
and but like we really do anything. But now after quarantine hit, we made an agreement, almost like a pact, that okay, if we're going over someone's house, we're going to do something.
We have to do something.
Whether if it's just going out to eat, whether if it's going out to the park, we gotta do something and just enjoy day by day, not take things for granted.
I think this summer I really am optimistic because especially with like the vaccine and stuff like that, and like how restrictions hopefully will be less restricted and like a bit more freedom. I feel like this summer will be a very good summer. I'm hoping that this summer is going to be a very good summer because, you know, I'm going to be 21. Mostly everyone's going to be 21. So
right.
I feel like this summer is going to be a very good summer. So
yeah, I agree 100%, and I do think because sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I accidentally touched that. Yeah, people aren't going to take anything as granted as much, and people are going to work on bettering themselves this year because when the vaccine starts coming out and people can go out more, they're going to do more with themselves, and you should. You know, life is really so short, dude. Once you hit a certain year or age, that shit just flies by. So if you can just enjoy the day and just enjoy life, and at least try to, if you feel like life isn't worth living or whatever, you know, not to get like moody or depressed, but if you feel like, you know, there's really nothing you're doing is working,
then you haven't
definitely
lived.
Talk to someone.
Oh, well, I was going to, yes, but you also haven't not necessarily tried, but like you haven't found your potential yet.
Well, that's the thing. People have tried. I do know that there are people out there where they have tried, and no matter what they do, they just aren't happy. Mm-hmm. And, you know, and there's nothing wrong with you whatsoever because of that. Listen,
a lot of people go through it.
If you're feeling depressed and no matter what you're doing is working, listen, every single person in this world that you meet, see, hear about, in some way or another have something mentally wrong with them. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, of course, some do have it worse than others. I'm not denying that. And I do believe those people, you know, should seek out help because their life deserves to have the potential of happiness and love as much as anyone else's, of course.
Yeah.
But just remember that you're not alone, and you're not the only one.
No, you're not the only one.
When you say, I feel like no one knows what I'm going through, you may feel like that, but feelings can be inaccurate sometimes. A lot of people may be experiencing the exact same thing you're going through. And it's okay to sometimes feel lonely, to feel sad. You're human. There are things that make you sad.
That's the thing, like, especially like during 2020, like, or during any time, I should say, like, if you feel like if you're sad for some reason, or you're just have anxiety or like stuff like that, like, it's okay. It's human to have those feelings. There's nothing wrong with you. Like, literally, like, everyone goes through those feelings, and I think you have to go through those feelings in order to become the better person that you want to become, a better you have to. Like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. I do believe that people go through a stage or a part in their life where it makes them who they are, whether it's, financial situations, or it's like anxiety, a breakup. Like, it doesn't matter what, like, it's people have to go through those things. And
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yes. This is not a Gian, the home of the rants, but it's not really a side rant. But it's on Disney Plus, there's this movie called Soul, and I don't want to get into it because I actually want a lot of people to watch it. And if you have Disney Plus, I would highly recommend this movie. It's from the creators of Inside Out. It's a Pixar movie, so I automatically going into it, I was like, all right, so I'm probably gonna cry. So I didn't know. I knew they were making a movie. I knew that it was coming to Disney Plus. It was originally going to be in theaters. I didn't know what the fuck the movie was about. I knew it was Jamie Foxx. I knew that it's going to be kind of like Inside Out. Kind of, not really, just from like the poster. So I did not know what the fuck the movie was about. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh, it's about like a jazz musician, a black jazz musician. Okay, all right, I can see where, he's going to maybe find his jazzness in his mind or something like that. I don't know. But then the movie took off, and I was like, whoa. And the point of the movie is, I mean, it is kind of early on in the movie, so it's not really spoiling it, but like early on in the movie, like, it talks about like what people's spark is, and like what their purpose is in life, and how, like, kind of like a spoiler warning, towards the middle of the movie, you learn like the purpose of life isn't like your passion for YouTube, or my purpose in life isn't my passion for acting, directing. Like, the purpose of life is to live. Like, that's the message of the fucking movie. And when that movie ended, and that, like, the last sentence, that the phrase that the person said, I was like, holy shit. Like that hit you. I was like, my God. So, like, that movie's a really great movie, and it's that's why I love Pixar. Like, they come up with these like great ideas, and
they
like,
get very emotional.
Oh God, yeah. And
like,
so
holy
like
crap.
it hits you in the right spot. And seriously, like, going into the movie, I was like, I have no idea what the fuck this movie's about. And then I go, oh no, that's what it was about.
Like, and it's called soul. It may it may not be just about the genre soul, like R&B and soul. It may
That's
be
what
about.
I thought it was about, because I knew it was about a black musician.
And I think they purposely try to get you with that. But then when you realize it's about the soul, letting your soul be at peace with yourself and living the day. That's a really good message. I'm gonna have to check out that movie. Let me use your Disney Plus account.
You can watch. Yeah, that's fine.
I gotta watch that now. That's a really good movie.
But yeah, so like that's
that what just came out, right?
Yeah, Christmas came out.
Okay.
So so like living your life, the purpose of life is just to live, no matter what, is just to live life as if, this is your only life. You only get one chance. There's no 9 lives. I don't care if you believe in reincarnation or fucking not. Even if you did, you're not going to remember any of that shit.
Even if that is true, the life you have right now, try your best. I'm not telling you what to do, but try your best
to enjoy
it. What to do. No, because like if you just say, oh, just enjoy life, to some people, they genuinely do try to enjoy life. But again, sometimes no matter what they do, they're just not happy mentally. And that's why I say try to, your best to live life. So if you feel that nothing you're doing is helping, try to talk to someone, because even if you feel like no one cares, I promise you there are people that care. And I know that's cliche, like whenever like people are talking about suicide and mental health, they'll leave like the suicide number in the description. They'll say there are people who care. I know that is cliche, but I promise you there are people who do love you, and they don't even need to know you. And people also have this mentality. Let's go into the new year with this mentality that you're not weak because you have a mental illness. I know we're moving towards more, that's not the case, but we're moving, as the years go by, we are moving more towards like work, worrying and caring about people's mental health, as we should 100%. But don't think for a second you're weak because you have a mental illness, or I'm not trying to call you like crazy or anything or mentally ill. No. I'm saying, but don't think you're weak because you get sad or you get depressed or you feel like you're an outsider. There's nothing wrong with you. You're a human being. Human beings naturally are imperfect creations.
Did we just become like therapists in this podcast?
We did not. I did not. I'm not a doctor. I'm just trying to if anyone's watching, I'm just trying to start off the new year in a positive way and to give people hope in life, because I feel like we're moving, our generation, bro. I feel like we're
moving too fast.
We're moving too fast. I just feel like our generation specifically, people around our age, I just feel like they have like this mentality of hopelessness. Excuse me, because I don't know. I just you see it on snaps all the time. You see it on Instagram. They're always putting up this like facade that they're happy, but really they're not. And you always have these people saying how like they feel like nothing is happy. Whatever. I'm not trying to be a therapist or anything, but I just feel like we need to start off this year, this decade, on the right foot and just trying our best to be happy.
Do you know the online service, the therapist service, where it was like a lot of backlash because not all BetterHelp?
Yeah, that was...
Bro, we're better than BetterHelp.
Literally, bro, we're Best Help. Yeah.
Best Help.
But no, again, I'm just saying that because I do care at the end of the day.
Life on easy help.
Life on helpful mode. But I kind of just wanted to rant off about that because I wanted to start off 2021
with a good mentality.
But then again, literally the bar is very low for 2021 to be better than last year. Literally, if nothing happened at all this year, it would still be a better year than last year. So, yeah. But also, what are your new guys?
What was that English?
Let me try again. What are your New Year's resolution, guys? Let us know in the comment section below. We'd love to hear that.
Or if you're listening, like a lot of people do, just say it out loud.
Yeah, just say it out loud. Pretend we're there listening to you and say, my New Year's resolution is...
Or like Dora the Explorer. Like, where is it on the map?
What's your resolution? Very good.
Bro, Nickelodeon's gonna hire us. Get them on.
Hit us up, bro. Hit us up.
Oh my God. What else are we gonna talk about? This doesn't have to be a long podcast.
No, it doesn't. We can go for like another 10 minutes maybe.
All right, that's fine.
There's really nothing going on.
Yeah,
whatsoever. Isn't. So we can just maybe talk for a few more minutes.
All right.
Okay. Here. How about this? This will be a tough. But what do you think was the best thing of 2020? Realistically, what do you think was the best thing of 2020?
For me or just
for you personally?
For me personally, I would say, oh my goodness, so many things to not choose from.
I know.
So many things that are not even on the radar.
Should make it a little easier, though, don't you think?
You would think. I think that the best thing about 2020, I would say two things. I have appreciated a lot more things that have happened to me in my life, and I've just through things that have happened to me in 2020, I just realized that things happen for a reason, and that's a great thing, and that it's those reasons make you who you are. And so I'm very happy for those things that have happened, even though whatever had happened or did happen wasn't a very satisfying or happy thing. It helped me realize that, okay, I'm here. How do I get to over here? How do I take that step further? So it's like what I said before. Like it's the mentality of me just living every day. Like it's just living life. And so that's what I did. That's one thing that I think I could be appreciative about 2020 is that 2020 has helped me look at that in that perspective. And the other thing is that I guess I could say, like, even being in quarantine, I've played, like, a lot of, like, I played video games that I haven't played in so long. Like, I played all the Lego games. I played the Batman Arkham games again. Like, that was fun. I've watched a lot of new movies, old movies, rewatched movies. That's
still in
a great
Arkham
thing.
City. I gotta get going.
Yeah, you are far fucking behind me. So I guess that's kind of a good thing that's happened about in 2020. And I think I'm going to look back at this year and, still it's going to be a shit year, but I think I'm going to look back and for those specific reasons, especially the first reason, like I'm going to appreciate that more and more as time goes on, and maybe even No, I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say maybe even think 2020 wasn't that bad, but
No.
guess what? It was. I said in
was
the beginning,
very
fuck
bad.
2020. Anyways, Nikki, what is your best things that happened in 2020? Oh wait! The Conjuring. The Conjuring house was the best thing.
Well, that was really good, but I could probably bounce off of what you said. I agree. It definitely made me appreciate things more. I would say more so of people than, you know.
Okay.
I mean, granted, of course, of myself, but I would say more of people. Like, you know, we didn't take for granted as much when we went over each other's house, like shortly after quarantine was over in like May or June, and we appreciate each other's company more. So I do say, in a way, it has brought us closer.
Yes.
And now, of course, 2020 was by far in our lives the worst year that has ever come to us.
God, yeah.
But at the same time, you could look at it as like maybe a learning year.
Yes.
Listen, learning does not have to be easy or fun. Tutorial. Learning is not always fun, roses and peachy. Learning can be very fucking brutal sometimes. And this year definitely showed it. But it also taught me to appreciate life more and just not take for granted the simplest things. And again, I know that's cliche, but before the year in total 2020 happened, I really didn't appreciate things much, and I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect. I still am working on like appreciating the day. Sometimes that is tough for me because I do sometimes can be a little bit of a pessimist. I look at things negatively, but I am trying to learn from myself and to just enjoy the day. You know, the thing my parents have always taught me, to just enjoy the day while you're here. And I do believe 2020 is a learning year for that.
Yes.
So
as much as a fucking the fucking asshole.
Holy shit, that was like 5 fucks in like 2 seconds.
Fuckity fuck. So let's recap 2020. Okay, I think we're done.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is kind of just like there's nothing really to talk about. This is just kind of like a year in review.
Literally, this is because again, there wasn't really much to talk about in the news this year, but this was more so just kind of like a recap.
Yeah.
And a checkpoint to looking forward in the year to see where this year's come. We'll look back at the end of 2021 and to see if we were right and to see if this year was better, which we're praying to God it is.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood. My God, it better be.
Wood, you know.
It better be fucking be. Oh my God. But there was like a meme where like 2021 is basically 21, like WON.
Oh yeah.
So like 2021, like it won.
Oh, okay. Another thing, the tutorial complete, bro.
2020 remastered. I saw a meme.
Dude, it's like everything. It happens again, but it's in better quality. Like
Just 1080p.
everything's just in 10K.
4K.
It's 8K.
But that's it from us. I'm Gian. That's Nicky.
Thank you for watching. We'll leave all our links, even Miguel, even though he's not here, in the description below.
Thank you for listening on Spotify and Apple. Share to your family, your friends, your uncle, your dog, your fish.
Well, we're trying to become the #1 podcast in the state. First, we're working on Rhode Island, then we're going to take over the world.
Honestly, because we were talking about
and
fish.
we will not leave any hostages.
Because you were talking about fish. I thought you were about to say, we're trying to be the #1 podcast in the sea.
I mean, listen,
Bro,
if Little Mermaid wants to watch us, go for it.
Nemo and Ariel from the Little Mermaid have nothing on us right now.
Bro, they got nothing,
They
bro.
have nothing. I don't care if I thought she was cute when I was younger. They got nothing.
Life on sea mode in the podcast.
Life on sea mode.
Oh my God, dude.
What's the song from Little Mermaid? The fucking
Under
lobster?
the sea.
Oh, under the sea.
Literally, exactly. Under the sea.
That's when you end the fucking podcast.
Miguel, closing words? E. Okay.